Hi, it's Leah, and today's video is all about why you should never look down upon the small or the sole trader business, right? Or laugh at anybody else's little business. Some choose to call it a little hustle on this side. But let's do a simple evaluation here. Stay tuned, watch the video till the end to see all the professions I am going to compare, all the skill sets and all the little hustles I'm going to prepare. And while I'm getting ready to get into that, I want to say one thing. A lot of people tend to shy away from this word hustle as if it's something bad. All right, but really and truly, good things come to those who hustle. Those who wait and do everything all prestigious, sometimes they don't win, and that's a fact. So let's get right into it, right? Our minimum wage in Trinidad and Tobago is $15 per hour. So what does that mean? At 8 hours per day, you are only making 120 TT dollars per day. At 10 hours, you are making $150 per day. And at 12 hours, if you're working shift work or security and so on, you're making 180 per day if you are fixed at the $15 per hour minimum wage, right? That's what's happening. And those are the rates, right? Nobody is saying that anything is bad with it. What I'm dealing with is the people who would like to laugh or look down on the small profession. So let's get right into it. Hustle or profession number one, a pie salesperson. Now let's break this down realistically. Pastry pies on the road, we are dealing with pastry pies. They sell at $7 for one, right? In the day, usually, pie people will be out 2 to 4 hours. Let's give them 4 hours, sometimes 2 to 3 hours. Once your pie has the right taste and once you are in a good spot, it is more than possible to be able to sell 50 pies at that $7, right? So let's say, okay, you sell 50 pies at $7. You are going to come away with 350 TT dollars in just about 2 to 3 hours. Remember, you have the rest of the day to do whatever you want to do, all right? But what about a pie person who decides, here's what, I know my market, I know I have a lot of foot traffic passing by me, I am going to sell 100 pies. I will make 100 pies on a daily basis and I will sell them at $7. That is $700 right there off of selling pie in a few hours in the morning time. That is realistic facts, all right? Sometimes any pie man is seeing longer than 3 hours, more than likely, once everything is tasting good, and you are sure that they're in a good location, and they are probably selling way more than just 100 pies. So don't look down on the pie man, because the pie man could be walking away with decent income in Trinidad and Tobago. This is an analysis of the Trinidad and Tobago prices, all right? It may vary in your region or in a different part of the world, right? So that's the pie man. Second profession we want to look into is our national food, doubles. What does a doubles vendor really make? That hustler, that person who's just wrapping and packing doubles, and that's all you do, right? Of course, notwithstanding the little expenses, but let us be real. The ingredients or the inputs into these things are not expensive, all right? So a doubles vendor, we all know the average doubles sell for $5, right? 5 TT dollars. Some doubles vendors still remain at $4, but I guarantee you they are still making just as much. So $5 for doubles, right? And imagine a doubles vendor can more than sell 200 doubles. Good tasting doubles in the right place would get 200 doubles. Because let's do a quick analysis. How much doubles do you eat when you go by the vendor? More than likely not just one, right? So for every person that comes, it's about 2 or 3 doubles. And then we know the guys could put down about 6 doubles, right, at a time. So 200 doubles at $5 is $1,000 in a few hours for the day, right? There is no profession for the average person with the average or no CXC passes or A levels that could make that $1,000 a day. None. If you find any, please comment below. I will be glad to learn something new, right? So that's the doubles vendor. So that is definitely not a profession to look down on. I remember recently on the radio there was a conversation about, would you date a person selling pies? And why not? Look, we just went through the figures. Those are some good figures. A job wouldn't give you that just like that, right? Except you're a top-notch executive, All right, so the next person, right, that most people tend to overlook, most people will not even consider doing what they do, is the juice, soft drink, and water vendor, right? What does juice, soft drink, and water sell for right now? $7 to $8 on the highway. Right, so some waters are $7 up on the highway, right? On the roadway. It is more than likely, right, to agree that you can get 50 bottles of water sold at $7. That is $350 in the day just for selling water at $7 to 50 people, right? But how about if you sell Coke? I purchased a Coca-Cola on the highway the other day going up the road into the east, and it was $8 for it, right? And $8, a person could more than sell 20 Coca-Colas in the day. The amount of time they are out there, they could sell 20 bottles of Coke for $8. And what do you get from that? That's $160. So put together the 20 bottles of Coca-Cola and put together the 50 bottles of water. What do you get? $350 and $160. That's $510, right? $510 you could make just by selling Cokes for $8 and water for $7, right? So that is nothing to look down upon, right? That's over $500 for the day just for selling water. You have no dress code, you have no body breathing down your neck with demands and you know, that boss life. You don't have that, right? And imagine now, some of them may be selling for people, but imagine the person who would have sold a little while for somebody and then purchase their own merchandising machine, and then they push that, all right? Go into the grocery, I'll leave it to you to go and see what the case of these waters and the case of the Coca-Cola will cost these vendors. So when you really, even though you say that's gross income, that 500 is gross income, even when you deduct the money, it's still good money. Remember, an 8-hour job at $15, which is our national minimum wage, only gives you $120 per day. And you have a lot of rules. You have to reach for a particular time. You have to dress a particular way, look a particular way, speak a particular way. You know the whole rundown of employment, right? So that is some of the facts of the juice vendor, the water vendor that you see on the roadway, right? The ones who are doing successful and hustling as they should, dedicating the hours and being where the traffic and the people are, especially in this harsh, dry season. People want that water. People love Cokes. All right, so it's possible. Last analysis we would do would be that of a snow cone vendor. This and all I had indulged in, and it was very successful. And this is the analysis. So basically, we know, right, that average across the country, a snow cone with no milk sells for $8, and a snow cone with milk sells for $10. So let's use some realistic figures that might actually be doable, right? We're not doing anything, we're not working magical numbers here. And mind you, there are people who will be able to reach greater numbers than this. So let's say a snow cone person would work several hours in the day, because snow cone sells, especially when the place is hot, although there are certain amplified versions of snow cones these days that sell at night, right? So 25, each pack of cups, there are 25 Styrotex cups in there, 8 ounce or 10 ounce or so, right? So imagine you are selling 25 cups of snow cone at $8. That's $200 already. One pack of cups, people come, they don't want any milk. That's $200 already. And what about those with milk? A lot of people like that extra sweet on their snow cone. So 25 cups, right, at $10 is now $250. So if you sold the same number, that same 25 cups in no milk, that's $200, and 25 cups with milk, that's $250. What do we get? That's $450 when the day comes for a snow cone vendor. Yes, those people who would push those bikes and go where they are going, or they will pedal around and sell to the school children at lunchtime, or probably after work. You will see them set up and they would be selling. And yeah, they actually get that kind of money. So far, every little profession or every hustle that I've explained just now does significantly better than the minimum wage, even when they would have taken out their expenses, because the expenses you don't take out the same amount every day, right, for the inputs of these things, right? So for example, some of the things, let's say pies, you might spend a monthly bill of $500-$600 on the ingredients for pies, but look at what you're making when the day comes. If you sell 100 pies, you're making $700 in that day. So within about 2 or 3 days, you actually have back the money for the ingredients or the inputs in what you're selling. So that was a quick breakdown and a quick analysis as to why you should never look down on what you may deem a small or simple profession or job or business or whatever you want to call it, because when you really check it out, a lot of people in offices, looking the best, dressing the best, smelling the best, but your bank account isn't looking the best. So thanks for watching. I will be producing more videos like this, and I will evaluate and analyze and compare some other professions, common professions in Trinidad and Tobago, and show you. I may even do a part 2 of this video with some other self-employed options like barbers and mechanics and so on, and show you just the potential in these things. All right, so thank you for watching. I am Leah Moses. See you next time.